Kendrick Perkins urged the 76ers to, quote unquote, hit the reset button amid Joel Embiid's injury concerns. This is funny about the Sixers roster. This is really funny. We got old guys, right? We got Kyle Lowry. We got Eric Gordon, Andre Drummond. Joel Embiid is getting up there. Paul George is getting up there. And you also have a mixture of young guys as well. You got Maxey, McCain, Edgecombe. The Sixers are in two different directions right now. They're in two different directions. So it just matters. It just comes down to which direction should the Sixers take? Are they going to take the old players route, or are they going to take the young players route and just have them go down the right lane? That is something we got to think about because the Sixers are mixed between young guys and old guys, and they're still waiting on this whole thing with Quentin Grimes, etc. So let's just get right into this. The Philadelphia 76ers on paper had everything needed to be a dominant force in the East. When they drafted Joel Embiid, a generational talent, and chose to build the roster around him, expectations were sky high. But now retirement rumors are swirling around the 29-year-old. He's not 29, he is 30, leaving Philly and his fans in what could have been limbo. When it comes to a player with height, like you look at Yao Ming, right? You look at Yao Ming, you look at Wemby, you look at Kristaps, especially Kristaps. They're just unlucky, man, because all their height and weight goes down to their ankles and legs, and that is why Joel Embiid's knees are shot. That is why Porzingis can't stay healthy, and that is why Yao Ming's career ended so soon. That is why. It's just like it's a known fact. It sucks, but it's a known fact. Embiid's knees have been giving him nightmares. He played 58 games since the start of 2023-2024 season. On top of that, Paul George's addition did not provide the impetus they hoped for. Both veterans have largely been anonymous as far as the impact is concerned. Yes, because them getting injured and all that, it's just wears and tears, and as you're getting older, your body continues to break down. It's just the way nature works. It's just the way the human bodies work. So that is why I feel the Sixers need to get more younger than the way they're going right now. The only star in Philadelphia who has been turning out consistently is Tyrese Maxey, and his efforts haven't gone unnoticed. Kendrick Perkins feels Maxey should be the new face of the franchise and urges the 76ers front office to get rid of Embiid and George to start afresh. Perkins is not wrong. He's not wrong. Tyrese Maxey has been getting better and better and better throughout the years. He's been getting consistent. He's been going to the gym. He's been an all-star player. He's been a top player in the Eastern Conference. He's been snubbed last year, but Tyrese Maxey should be the number one option on the team. Joel Embiid should take a back seat, kind of like with Anthony Edwards or Karl-Anthony Towns with Timberwolves. Now, Karl-Anthony Towns has to take a back seat to Jalen Brunson and that whole organization over there. But you look at Maxey and you have Jaron McCain now, who should have won Rookie of the Year. Jaron McCain last year was going to win it by a landslide. Then he got injured. It sucks. But now the expectations for Jaron McCain are up so high because of his last year's season and coming off of this injury. And based off what I have read from articles and all that, Jaron McCain is progressing in the right direction. And then now you have VJ Edgecombe, the third overall pick, who is young, the best player athletically in this year's draft, the best perimeter defender in this year's draft. So you got three young guys who are hungry, who want to work, who want to do all this stuff just to get better. And you have older guys sitting on the side, Perkins and Rashad Phillips discussed Philly on a recent episode on Road Trippin' Podcast, and Phillips started this how the 76ers needed to hit that reset button. Perkins agreed, adding, I would hit the reset button all across the effing board. And it's not just with trading Joel Embiid and Paul George because I'm with you on that. But I'm also hitting the reset button who already paid those guys. So he wants to get rid of the front office. Kendrick Perkins wants to get rid of Josh Harris, well, mostly Daryl Morey and Brant. A lot of Sixers fans are like that. A lot of Sixers fans have had enough with this front office. I am there. I'm sure you guys in the chat or whoever watching this later feels like that. So Perkins, a former NBA champion with the Celtics in 2008, then scrutinized Daryl Morey, president of the Philadelphia 76ers, while it would be difficult to blame Morey for Embiid's chronic injury problems. He has made some rather questionable decisions. Morey let Jimmy Butler walk without getting anything in return and gave up a bunch of assets to bring James Harden to the team, only for the Beard to publicly demand a trade just months later. It's been a mess in Philly, and Morey has been the orchestrator of it all. It is time to clean house in the front office, Perkins continued. Let's be real here, man. Daryl Morey has not done a great job. Daryl Morey knew about these injuries and what Joel Embiid was dealing with. Daryl Morey gave Joel Embiid an extension. This blood is on your hands. With the extension, I agree that they're not giving him, but they're banking on his potential to see if he can get better, to see if he can get back to the MVP, for MVP player that he was a couple years ago. But as of right now, it is not looking like that. Perkins also called Morey out for getting George to Philly at a time when the Los Angeles Clippers, his former side, did not want him to hand a 4-year extension. With the changes Perkins was suggesting, it could mark the dawn of a new era in Philly and Maxey running the show and other stars being built around him. The future looks more promising than having two ineffective superstars on the roster. So he wants to rebuild more, which makes a lot of sense. Daryl Morey has not been working out. People are still forgetting about Elton Brand. Elton Brand is still here, people. He just doesn't do a lot of the moves. So Kendrick Perkins is not he's not wrong per se, but this makes you think about the Sixers front office. It makes you think about the organization right now. And you just go um, with what's right there. If everyone's healthy, they're top 5 in the Eastern Conference. Top 5, top 6 in the Eastern Conference. If everyone's healthy and ready to go. That's what they're banking on. But me, other Sixers fans are like, enough is enough. Let's just start fresh. But you got to look at the bright side here. Kendrick Perkins is just one of those people that just had enough. And just calling Daryl Morey out, calling the Sixers out, and forever. But it is what it is, man. It is what it is.